Whoa there, folks. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Our music is not working.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Poor sizzle. Ding dong 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 dong. Good morning.
Welcome back to another episode of our podcast. It is your boy T-Mac. This is Misfits and Gravy, and my boy to the left,
Meta World Thief.
Meta World Thief, aka Oregon Trail Jesus.
Oregon Trail Jesus. Yeah, I could go with that. I like that one.
People need to go back and see that Oregon Trail episode. Listen to it. That was one of our first episodes we did together. One of my first times playing Oregon Trail, and that was hilarious. What's up with you, baby boy? How you feeling? How you doing?
I was great. Now I'm frustrated because of the music situation, which I didn't realize was a situation until right now. But let's focus. Let's have a good morning.
Let's absolutely do. What have you been up to so far this week? Catch everybody up. How's your week been? What's going on? Fill us in.
Actually, something I've been up to. Shouts to anyone listening. Follow our other page, the Misfits and Gravy YouTube page, The Bacon Boys.
Ooh.
We're doing a live simulcast right now, so the past few episodes have been both on the Meta World Thief channel, Dave, and the Bacon Boys channel.
Making big moves, making big bacon moves.
Yeah, I mean, look, big bacon popping, little things dropping.
Big bacon popping, little things dropping. Big bacon popping. Got mighty cold here on the East Coast, Matt. I gotta say, it was about 28 degrees here yesterday, and I was not thrilled. But you know what? I live somewhere where the seasons actually change. Seems natural. Is living out in LA or somewhere else where the seasons never change. It's like, how do you grasp what time frame you're in or what you're trying to accomplish? I've always wondered that when it's just always the same.
You know, a lot of people bring that up, but then people that I know who actually moved to LA never complain about it. That's like why you moved to LA.
I could see that. I'm probably trying to make myself feel better.
Maybe. But I could see the curiosity in it.
And segueing you into the weather.
Yeah, and I'm looking up the weather right now. No, I'm kidding.
Bro, this has been a fantastic week. I gotta say, it's been busy as ever, but you know what? It's been a good week. I hope you all have had a fun week since the last time that we spoke to you. And there's a lot been going on this week. A lot been happening in the news.
I have an aunt who would say busy as all get out.
Is she your Aunt Tifa? Aunt Tifa's having a lot of issues right
now. No, but my favorite rapper is Queen Antifa.
My Aunt Tifa is having trouble facing the consequences. If you know what I mean.
That's funny.
My aunt.
How do you bring the sh out of facing to make it more like fascist?
Well, that's a good one. I like that.
Right, like flashing the consequences. If we were Portuguese, this would be perfect.
If we were, but we are not. Sadly, did you see my joke about Europe yesterday that I tweeted that I thought of early in the morning on my way to the bathroom? I thought
no, but does it have to do with urine?
You're in luck. Yes, it does.
That's good.
My wife found out that I have a secret pen pal from Europe. She is my side check.
Oh, I did see that. That's hilarious.
Thank you. I wrote that on the way to the bathroom. I was like, that might be one of my favorite jokes I've ever come up with.
I thought you were going to go like, so my wife saw me walking to the bathroom and she was like, where are you from? European? Or something like that. I don't know.
So Boulder, Colorado, Doug.
1984 Boulder,
Colorado. 1984 Boulder, Colorado.
Listen here, Joe Rogan.
How's the Joe Rogan podcast been doing since he made that switch? Anybody know?
My man said, anybody know? I was like, I looked around. I was like, who else?
I just mean in general. Is it too early? Is it too early to tell yet? Like
Oh,
he's looking around like I don't want to interrupt.
yeah, like no, bro. I told you sometimes in the morning, brain don't always fire off on all the cylinders.
Bro, I hear you. I hear you. That's why it's so. That's why it's so good to have a podcast in the morning. What you mean? You know what I mean?
I mean, look, we were talking about it yesterday on our podcast, on Flapping Gums podcast. I mean, basically, Joe Rogan's washed up. I'm the new Joe Rogan. I'm out here
What
commentating
episode
fights.
is this? Who are you on with?
Matt Hamady. I want to say like 132.
I'll go back and find that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So what we were doing is we were like commentating fights with not real words. So it's like, oh, he's got him in the entourage. What a move. And I proved my mettle, and it's clear cut. Like I'm coming for Joe Rogan.
He's got him in the arm Tifa.
Yes, the arm Tifa. There you go. Now you get it.
Yes, I like that. That's good. So, in terms of like actual people listening to a show and stuff, he's washed up. Is that what you're saying? It's over.
I'm not saying he's washed up. I'm saying his days are numbered because I'm in the ether. I'm coming for everyone.
Makes sense. So it's all about you. I got you. That makes sense.
And you know how this ends. You know who the big boss is in my podcasting journey?
Who is it?
Michelle Obama.
Does she have a podcast?
Oh yeah, she has a podcast.
What
Sweet
does
lady.
What does she talk about?
You know, eating healthy and kids and stuff.
We should get her on the show.
You think we can get her on the show?
Michelle Obama unknowingly agreeing to be on the Flapping Gums. I would name the best interview. I would have put it on the rails, and depending on the night, you may take a left quick.
She's like Flapping Gums. That's cute. Yeah, let's do it.
This is a cute name. So, Michelle, what race of baby would you like to eat?
She's gonna be like, Republican?
Republican. So white.
Funny.
Thank you.
And it's someone's baby.
I appreciate that. I know a guy who's so Republican he only does things like get married and shit in the winter because it's white. You know what I mean? Like super, super white. Like he waits till the winter to do anything.
He's one of those guys who puts "I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas" on loop during Christmas morning.
Yeah, that's awesome. You ever hear the Dave Attell joke about the girl at the bar? Oh my god, it's one of my favorites. Or he's like, I know I'm completely butchering this when he's talking about how women are too complicated. He's like, I want a woman who goes out and yells the N-word at an eclipse.
What? That's great. I'm sure
That's when I first heard it. I was like, what? We're talking about the dumbing down of people. And he's like, it's just what I want. Yeah. You know, and he goes on to this thing about a chick at a bar and he's trying to pick her up. So yeah, then that's the punchline.
Yeah, no, that's pretty hilarious. I mean, I have faith in Dave Attell that the setup made the punchline worthwhile because that was a funny punchline.
Yes, it was hysterical. So yeah, if Michelle Obama mistakenly came on the podcast, this is what we talk about.
Talk to her about Dave Attell.
About Dave Attell, we could run some jokes past her. Maybe she could give us a fitness test. That might be fun.
We should do a draft of some sort.
She did dance on Ellen.
So, would you say she danced with the stars?
That's good. Hey, did you see that a new first lady dated Montel Williams?
Wait, what?
All right, so the soon to be second late, whatever she is, bro. Whatever the new vice president, this is gonna be a second dude. Whatever.
Kamala Harris.
Yes, she dated Montel Williams. So there's a
really Montel hit that.
Yeah, early on in like the red carpet, she's got like this silky little dress.
Yeah, when she was young and.
But bro, we came really close to having the second man be Montel Williams. That timeline just missed.
Yo, I'm putting some actual thought into this. I think Montel Williams would not be bad as like a second man or something like that. Because you know how like the spouses just do like PR shit and make people feel good? I think Montel Williams would be great at that.
He's very pro medical marijuana, so I know he does stuff like that. So maybe that would be his big push.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like a nice guy.
He sure does. He just reminds me of a lot of other guys. Not in like a weird way, but like
And you know, great people because he seems like a great dude.
you don't ever look at him and be like, "Is that?" And then you're trying to put in your head, was he the one with the TV show?
Nah, never. Dude, Monsell is an icon in the brown community when I was growing up.
Really? How does the black community feel about him?
I imagine the same.
Is there really a difference between the black and the brown community? That's a real question.
Nah,
Okay, I was checking.
we started using the term brown a few years ago to be more inclusive.
Instead of black.
Yeah.
Okay. When did you guys decide? Was there a meeting?
No, it was like a newsletter. You know what I mean?
The black newsletter that went up.
Well, they were saying it's now the brown newsletter. And then they were like, check out the brownnewsletter.com, you know, stuff like that.
You guys will love it in the brown.
Do you, I mean, yeah, you don't have a password. You don't have an account.
Oh, zero. I can't log in. No.
Yeah, no, log into you.
I wish. Sometimes I bring JD with me. He's got some street cred out there, so.
He's got blue eyes.
That he does. Call him Old Blue Eyes.
Oh my God. He's my boy, Blue.
Blowing in, and then I realized I don't think it's Frank Sinatra. Across the sea. That's
You know what's funny is I don't know what song you're singing, but I assumed you were trying to do Frank Sinatra. So
Tony Bennett, blowing in across the sea. You know that one, right? New York, New York.
I think we need someone in here to help us with this Pam situation.
This Pam situation. I think I can clear up this Pam situation.
Yeah. Yo, all right. So I was listening to a podcast the other day, and one of the dudes was like, nowadays everybody's looking for like a message in every movie. But he was saying that he thinks that Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, is one of the funniest movies ever, but it's also one of the lowest rated on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say he's right. That movie is amazing.
That's a hot take right there. I don't think I can agree with that.
That's crazy. How, like, he cuts himself in half and then it was like, we need emergency surgery to sew you back together. It's like, we can't do that yet.
This is slander based on the funniest movie ever. This is pure slander, I gotta say. I think that has a low rating for a reason. But you opened that up with what did you say? A lot of people have been saying. A lot of people. How did you?
No, I said I heard on a podcast.
Yeah, it was something you said after that. That reminded me of an Eminem lyric, and I was going to go into the whole verse, but we'll have to move.
Spaghetti.
Everybody want to talk, like they got something to say. Nothing comes out, and you move your lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. Could have been that.
Yeah. Oh, forget about that, Trey.
I'm gonna ask. Okay. I'm gonna ask you a question. Things people forget. Meta.
Boom. Their watch. Their key.
Dre. Oh,
their wallet. Dre.
That was a Dre setup. That was a Dre setup.
You threw me an alley-oop and I missed it. I just
forgot about Dre.
I stood on the ground watching. Like, what are you doing? I thought it was a shot.
You ever just stop in the middle of the day and be like, "Oh yeah, Dre. I forgot about him."
No, but a couple weeks ago, I had this wonderful opportunity, and we were actually talking about someone named Andrea, and then someone's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about her," and then I dropped it. I was like, "Oh, you forgot about Dre?" And then everyone just looked at me like, "What?"
Wow, nobody. That's insane. I would have walked out of the room and like, I'm getting new people to come in this room.
Yes,
because that is messed up,
dude. It was my girl's friends. My girl's friends.
My girl's friends. My girls has friends. Girls.
Sounds like Borat. Yeah.
My girlfriends. Did you see? This isn't so much political.
My girlfriend.
I thought I was on drugs. Rudy Giuliani was giving an interview last night, like late before bed, and his hair dye started dripping. So all of a sudden, like a creature from the Black Lagoon, all this black stuff started dripping on both sides of his face. I thought I was dripping out. I'm like, is this a Picasso painting?
Bro,
I'm watching right now.
I saw that, but I got a better one for you. We were in high school, and this kid came back. He went to some dope ass barber in Brooklyn, and he came back with the freshest hairline ever. And we get to basketball practice, and this dude's hair starts leaking. and everyone starts roasting this dude, and he's the best player on the team too. So it's like one of those situations where like no one really knows what to do. What is happening?
He's just like, shut up or I'll dunk on you. Rudy Giuliani, not so much. Can't dunk. I don't know. You think Rudy Giuliani can dunk? That's a good question.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna quote Action Bronson when I say, "I give my right lung if I could dunk a basketball one time."
There you go. And he may literally have to give his right lung, probably from all the marijuana smoke and cigarette smoke he has smoked, which is probably why he can't get the cardio up enough to dunk. We should actually do a show around this. We should put in $100 each, get a bunch of people to do it, and whoever can dunk first. Like you start.
Bro, I think that should be our hot ones.
Since you have the ridiculous take that you can make 50 out of 100 free throws or whatever ridiculous number you threw out there last time.
Bro, you know what? I was thinking about it the other day while I was shooting, and I was trying to figure out a realistic number. Easily 80 out of 100.
You are out of your mind if you think you can do 80.
You've never seen me shoot free throws, bro.
I don't have to, bro. You cannot do 80.
Dude, it's free. Like I grew up my whole life thinking that it's free. You better take it. There's one shot that I can make 100% of the time. That's a free throw. even during the game, I'll just pull up at the free throw line because I know I got that shot.
What game?
A basketball game.
With the lights on, you just stop at the free throw and hit free. It's like the legend of Meta Cox right here. I could have thrown a ball over them mountains.
Okay. I don't want to be a bad friend, so I'm just going to tell you a secret right now. Another weird thing that I could do, oddly, is bounce the ball off the ground and get it into the basket.
That's a good one. I see. That's believable.
I could do it like 3 out of 10 times.
Okay, I can buy that. My little known is I can hit half court shots pretty consistent. You give me like 10 times, I'll probably hit it twice, 3 times. Maybe.
Okay, you know what?
And then I can go back to the other 3-point line, and I even get the arm strength to hit a few of those.
Steph Curry with the shot, boy.
Yeah, I saw LeBron do it once, and I was like, let me try to do that. And it's always the one hand or the getting a little bit of oomph. But if you think you can shoot 80% at the free throw line, I need to see that.
No, I know I can.
I know you can't. That's why it's so great.
Here's where I'll even be more honest with our listeners.
You mean be honest to begin with? Yeah, go ahead.
No, more honest. I'm talking about us, someone getting me a rebound, and then just boom, 100 shots, right? In a game situation, I don't know if anyone here has played organized basketball. Hitting a free throw in a game is actually pretty intense because if you're going to the line, you've been fouled, your heart is racing just because, you're playing basketball, you're winded, you just drove or something, and then there's people yelling. I'm saying, bro, game free throws, not the same. I understand why.
There's more pressure.
It's not even the pressure. It's just trying to compose yourself after just sprinting back up the court.
I cannot wait to get a camera and go out and vlog this together. We have to upload this. This is going to be so fun to watch.
Yeah. It'd be great. I missed my first 4.
You're not gonna know. You're not gonna know how many you've missed by watching. Just me laughing in the corner will let you know.
Bro, you think I'm not counting?
Hysterically, manically. No, we'll get to about 20 or 30. You'll be off of your percentage, and you'll be like, "Oh, my hair is off today. I gotta go home." It'll be like something like those.
I gotta go home, like all the way back home, like 4 hours.
Yeah, I gotta go all the way home. I gotta shower with these clothes on. Something's think on this. I'll be back. Usually I can hit 10 of 10. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Bro, now
how do people feel about this? Get on the bet.
Now I'm making this a personal challenge. I'm just gonna shoot free throws now. I'm gonna sacrifice the rest of my game just to work on the free throws.
And I would still love to see that. We're gonna make this happen.
I will not be embarrassed on my own platform.
We'll let the people wager whether or not they think that's real.
Bro, see, this is why the show needs to blow up, because that needs to be on like FanDuel.
You could bet on it. That's free money if you could bet on this on FanDuel.
Yeah, free money for those who bet on me. Yes, you're right.
I cannot wait to see this.
Bro, it's an
Do you have any?
80% chance of positivity.
Do you have one person? 80%. Why not just go the full 20, the extra 20%? Just say you get 100 of 100. I could make every free throw I take uncontested.
All right.
Just go 100 of 100, bro, if you're going to go positive.
I'm not Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas. I remember watching it. Number 0, Gilbert Arenas, correct?
Agent Zero.
Agent Zero. I remember booing him at the TD Garden.
It's hilarious. You know,
loudly opening night.
He took number 0 because he's like, nobody should have been drafted ahead of me.
I thought it was like a James Bond thing because then he went on to bring the guns into the locker room, that whole thing.
That was hilarious as well. For those of you at home listening, 2 basketball players once got into a beef, and then
who was it? James Crittenton?
Yeah, Javaris Crittenton and Gilbert Arenas. So then the next day, Gilbert Arenas showed up to the locker room with 2 guns, puts them out, and says, "Pick one, homie." And then Javaris Crittenton went into his locker and said, "I got my own," cocked it, and pointed it at him.
That's the NBA, baby.
Now, to me, the most fascinating part of this story is during that whole time, there was a gentleman named Karan Butler who grew up a gang member selling drugs. So, like, he had been in shootouts and stuff like that. And he's just sitting there. And to hear him tell the story now, or hear other people tell the story about it who were in the locker room, they all looked at Karan to see what he was going to do. He was just sitting there. And
more like carry on, Butler.
Yeah, bad. Stay calm, carry on, Butler. And he was like, ain't none of them was going to do nothing. They soft. I'm like, what?
Can you imagine there being 3 guns and that's his thought process? They soft.
Yes, 3 loaded guns pointing at people. And he's like, they ain't gonna do shit.
What was his thought process on asking them to pick one? Like, were they gonna have like an old fashioned duel? Like, how
right?
We're gonna come out and go flip their guns. All right. On the count of draw.
20 paces and turn.
Do people ever do that are like competitive artists? Like, all right, draw.
You know. That's funny. We should get Canales. See what he thinks about that.
when he's back from his band cesspool. Yep.
Yeah, that dude is he's
I clicked on his account.
He's in the Doomsday Bunker.
Yeah, I thought it was back. His account, it just had nothing on it. So I'm like, maybe they've just soft banned him now.
Is he Tupac? Is that a hot take?
He might be Tupac. Wouldn't that be funny? I never noticed. They do have a similar cadence.
Yes.
Yes. Perfect.
I actually do a decent Canales imitation. Hola.
Say, don't wear your mask. Don't.
Okay, let me try it.
Masks up.
Don't wear your mask. Why does Canales sound like Antonio Banderas?
No lockdown. I don't know. I was wondering that myself.
In my country, I abhor lockdowns.
In my country,
I have to say, Canales knows a lot of really good English words for a non-native English speaker. Like, he would say the word abhor.
Abhor?
Yeah.
Abhor?
I abhor lockdowns.
I abhor lockdowns. I make Corona.
I don't always
sit at a table and have dinner with my mother and me, and then we laugh. We serve them no dinner.
We laugh.
We laugh when they leave secretly.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do.
I didn't realize that his dressing swag was Ace Ventura, and that's a dope look. I've never seen anybody pull that off. I was impressed.
Okay.
I mentioned it to him, and he's like, "Actually, yes, that is where I get when he buys his shirts and stuff. He's like, that's his look, Ace Ventura. So he's got a lot of the.
I never thought about that, but now that you mention it, that's true. He likes patterns on button downs.
You know who else loves patterns? Dave Patton of the Patriots, 2003. There you go, a little sports trivia. Remember David Patton?
Yeah, absolutely.
Deion Branch, David Patton,
You know who else?
Troy Brown.
Floyd Patterson, former heavyweight champion of the world.
That was good. I thought you were going to go Pat Patterson. That was good. The inventor of the game Patty Cake. That was a good one.
I'm a huge fan of Krabby Cakes. Oh, shouts to for those of
Krabby
you at
Cakes?
home listening, get yourself, if you're in the mood for a crab cake, get yourself one of those $8 Whole Foods lump crab cakes. Fire.
Now, question: how do you know the name of that store isn't Whole Foods? I've always wondered that.
I don't know.
Like it might not be
Phonics?
Whole Foods. It might be Whole Foods.
Yeah, I think Phonics is how I know.
Yo, I know this
My
dude who
12
got
years of school.
he moved to Arizona and he got hooked on phonics, bro.
Yeah, that works for me.
Hooked on it, bad.
You remember those commercials?
I
Hooked on
do.
Phonics worked for me.
I do. Did anybody actually take hooked on phonics?
No, not to my
Did it
knowledge.
work for anyone? I'd
I
love to
remember-
find somebody who was a graduate of that. Is it?
I
On
remember in school we had
Okay.
phonics books.
I'm adding it to my LinkedIn profile. Hooked on phonics.
Graduate. Yes. Oh, summa cum laude.
Done.
First in my class, 4.0 GPA.
What's the Rosetta Stone? Done.
Oh, now you're writing a check that you might not be able to cash, my friend.
Proficient in. No, I just meant I listened to it.
Yo, you tell someone you speak Spanish, and then when they talk to you, you just imitate Canales. Hola.
I do not like masks.
I do not like masks.
I do not like getting thrown off Twitter.
Like, bro, that's not Spanish. Oh, yes, it is.
Come, have dinner. I tell you. He does sound like Antonio Banderas. I can't.
He's gonna be in the reboot of Spy Kids. Yo, Canales walks around with his drawing pencils in a guitar case.
That is Canales as a recast in Spy Kids might be the funniest. That would be so worth watching. Him like on his downtime smoking those long cigarettes, you know, like he'll just invent heads.
Oh man, I gotta send him the link to this. I don't know how, but we just had a Canales episode. For those of you who don't know Canales, trust me, he's a great guy, and you need to check out our conversations.
Pick your episode carefully, then.
Oh yes, very carefully.
He's a bundle of fun, man. He's from?
I thought you were gonna call him a bundle of sticks.
I would never.
Yeah, that's disrespectful to sticks.
Wow, that's sticks. Damn, son. Do you think Sticks protested that? Like, hey, listen, don't drag us into this. You
know what? I bet Sticks are tired of getting dragged through the mud.
What? That's good. What do you call a bunch of gay sticks that come together? Are they a bundle of gay sticks?
We would call them Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs. Done. That's the name of their group, Lincoln Logs.
Ooh, that is a good band.
Lincoln Logs, Lincoln Hogs.
Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Hogs is a great name for a gay podcast, by the way.
Their debut album we call the Masturbation Proclamation.
Masturbation Proclamation.
Lincoln Logs.
I hereby announce
407 bars ago, I dropped an ill rhyme.
Foreskin and 7 years ago.
Foreheads.
Foreheads.
No, foreskin and 7 inches ago.
Skull skin, and I think I knew what you meant somehow. We've been around for too long. Before we get out of here, I got to give a shout out to Joey, who is back from vacation. Joey, welcome back. JD, JD's girlfriend, Steenie. We'll give Steenie a shout out. Hopefully, we can have her back on the podcast.
Is that a real name?
Steenie? Her name's Christine. Steenie.
Steamy Daniels?
Oh my God. Her new name is Steenie Daniels. from here on out. Meta, do you have anybody you want to give a shout out to? I'm sure we don't have our outro music, so you may have to.
Yeah, I wanna give a shout out to the sun because in New York today it'll be a high of 60 without any clouds. Welcome back to the warmness. And in Boston, it will be a high of 58, partly cloudy. Plan your day accordingly, folks.
That's not too bad. Do we have our other locations available on tap real quick? What's the weather like?
Oh, okay. Here's a new segment. Guess the weather. Tacoma, Washington, a little bit cold. LA, sunny, cloudless. Austin, Texas, it is sunny with a chance of Joe Rogan. Uh, Calabasas, sunny with a chance of Kanye West.
That's awesome.
In Orlando, it is infectious.
There you go. Yep. If you're in there, stay indoors.
We forecast more than just the weather here. Bang, bang.
Bang bang, bring it together. Yeah, and I wanted to give a shout out to Believe the Ocean, who was listening last time. Shout out to Hero, and yeah, as always, thank you guys for listening.
Yeah. Do you believe the ocean?
Oh,
Yeah. I'm trying to buy time. I was trying to buy time so I could figure this out. Say bye-bye, T-Mac.
Bye bye. Yes.
Good morning, folks.